Days of inspiration, playing hooky, making something out of nothing. The need to express, to communicate, to going against the grain, going insane, going mad.
It's a rock and roll musical that was the voice of a new generation. And now, 9 years after its groundbreaking Broadway debut, Rent is finally making its encore on the big screen.
How do you write a song when the chords sound wrong, though they once sounded right and rare?
What's extraordinary about this musical film is that it reunites most of the original Broadway cast from 1996, including Law & Order's Jesse L. Martin, Wilson Jermaine Heredia, Idina Menzel, and her real-life husband, Taye Diggs.
Taye, what was it like for you to revisit this memorable role in your life? Because it was such a very unique moment, lightning in a bottle, per se.
It was seamless. It was like, I keep likening it to, you know, a reunion of all the cats who used to go to theater camp with or something.
We had the incredible luxury of having this incredible music, which affects people so viscerally and deeply, to be able to bond over. And so our initial bonding with each other was singing Seasons of Love to each other and with each other.
Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Remember that
Rent is the story of a close group of bohemian friends and struggling artists trying to survive day to day in New York City's East Village. Rosario Dawson joins the veteran cast in the role of Mimi, a strong-willed but vulnerable exotic dancer.
Your feet wanna hit the street, wanna wheel at the moon like a cat in heat. Just take me out tonight.
It must have been a bit daunting for you, not only to join this group, but also to take on these memorable songs, wasn't it?
It was, well, you know, to take on the songs, and if I was approaching it trying to just be a really great singer, I probably would have freaked myself out. But approaching it as just an incredible material, and I mean, as an actor, you hope to be able to say the kind of things that I'm saying in this music.
Law & Order's Jesse L. Martin took a leave of absence from his day job to reunite with his old Broadway pals for this film.
You've got a lot of Law & Order fans out there who may know your work strictly from that, but they don't know that you can sing. And I gotta tell you, you not only can sing, but as my friends and I would say, you can sing, man.
Well, holla, thank you.
You know, are you excited about that? You know, getting a new fan base?
Sure. I mean, people see you in a role on television for such a long time that they forget that you're even an actor. You know, they just assume that that's your job. You know, to be the detective on TV. You know, so they forget that, you know, you come from different places. Like, you know, I've sang all my life. You know, luckily, I'm very proud of this, so I can't wait for them to come running up to me going, oh my God, you can sing.
Let's open up a restaurant in Santa Fe. Our labors will be financial gain.
This is how the original version of Rent looked on the Broadway stage. But the original cast says this film version of Rent is a bittersweet experience. The author of the original stage production, Jonathan Larson, tragically died on the eve of its Broadway debut.
The response we got, the experience of working together, the way it's touched people's lives, the difference it's made, the life it's had, the only thing that has not been exactly what you'd want it to be is the fact that Jonathan is not here to witness us.
Rosario Dawson says she relates to this film on a personal level. As a kid, her family survived by living in an abandoned New York City building.
How much of that part of your background did you bring to this role?
A ton. It was funny actually because I'd get into it with like Chris and everybody, and we'd be talking about like the riot scene. I'd be like, is there gonna be a tank? Because in reality, a tank came down 13th Street. It was actually sometimes having to pull back some of the details and go, okay, this isn't your life story, Rosario. You know?
But one big part of Rosario's life also became part of the film's family.
You gotta give me the 411 on this, because I heard that Rosario's mother brought some kick-butt lasagna.
Yes. Oh, you wouldn't even believe it.
Is that true?
Oh my God, you wouldn't even believe it. That woman makes the best lasagna ever. And like, she makes 3 different kinds. Like
Mama
the
D.
tofu kind. We wrote a song about it.
Can you sing a little bit of that for us?
Yeah. Mama, making me lasagna for my birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm Tim Estiloz, and that's your Backstage Pass.